Hi everyone, welcome to online learning. So today I would like to discuss the concept of training and development which comes in the staffing chapter. So far we have been already discussed the process of staffing, sources of recruitment and the selection process we have been completed. So today let us go for discussing the last concept which comes in the staffing chapter. And it is most important question in the point of view of examination. So like training and development. Yes. So training and development, already we have seen this meaning actually in case of the staffing process and as well as in the previous concepts we have already come to know what is training. So let me have a glance, and in this concept we are going to know about the benefits of training towards the organization and the benefits of training towards the employees, and then we are going to know something about development, and then we will get into the different types, different methods of training. So training and development, as you know that when an employee comes into the organization, even though he's been possessed with certain knowledge which is completely related to the job, but still he requires proper training program. Only through that proper training program he can go for doing the work little more better. His performance can be increased only with proper training process. So for this purpose only many organizations they come forward to give the training program before making them to work directly in the job places. So here training and development, it is an attempt to improve the current or future employee performance by increasing an employee's ability to perform through learning. It means that, so where a person is possessed with certain knowledge about the concept of work here, you just give him a proper training process and see that that employee's performance is increased enormously, so that he will go for enhancing the performance, and as well as he can go for developing his career through proper learning, through proper training learning here. So the ability of the employees, the performance of the employees can be increased only through proper training process. So this is very essential for any organization to increase the work culture among the employees. And then the benefits of training and development. Here, there are few benefits which is to be recognized and which is really going to benefit the organization directly. What is that? So here it is very clearly said that it is a systematic learning training process which is being given within the organization. It is completely related to a systematic learning in sense that there won't be any sort of ambiguity. There won't be sort of any sort of confusions, like confusions in the procedures and confusions in providing the training uh, training process. All such things are completely avoided. It is a very systematic learning process, and here through the systematic learning process, actually it reduces the wastage of effort and money. So as you start giving the better training process to each and every employees, they really get benefited through that, and they never go for making any errors when they are doing the work over there. So this is one of the good benefit which comes under the training and development. And the next one is here, it enhances employee productivity both in terms of quantity and quality. Okay, so here the concerned candidate, when he's getting into the organization and when he is provided a proper training program here, when the employee is dedicated towards that training program, and when he goes for increasing his knowledge, skill and ability of working in the organization, definitely it leads to the productivity. It increases the productivity of the business organization both in the terms of quantity and quality. So quantity and quality, both the sides, both the aspects, that is like it is something like two faces of one coin, where productivity is complete through the quantity and as well as quality. So here we can expect that an employee, when he's completely undergone proper training program here, he is ready for producing the products or working in the organization without any errors. So this culture actually makes the organization to increase the productivity, which obviously it goes for leading to the higher profits. So productivity, it leads to the higher profits here, and it gives one of the tremendous benefits. This is training and development. Actually, this is one of the benefits which is being given to the business organization. And the next one is here, training equips the future manager who can take over in case of emergency. So as you are giving the proper training process to each and every employee here, they really get benefited, they learn something newly, and they are ready for new challenges and tasks here. At once, when they go for facing any new opportunities and new responsibilities which is being given by the top level management, immediately they go for taking that, like without ignoring and without neglecting it. So they go for accepting that responsibility and they start performing the activities with the help of this training process. So here they they just make a trial of giving the solutions to new challenges, new problems, and they really get equipped as if they are going to perform in the future like a manager. So for if they wanted to become the future manager, they need to take up the proper training process, and it is definitely helping them to take over the activities in the future. And the next thing to be discussed here, it increases employee morale and reduces absenteeism. As you are giving the training process to each and every workers here, they really feel very enthusiastic to come to the organization and then to work for the organization. So as they are very clear about their work, and as well as when they do the work without any confusion and error, it leads to moral, employee moral, and it reduces absenteeism. So when you're quite interested to work, definitely you will never apply any leave. You will never go for reducing your work. You will be regular to the workplace, and as well as you will be very active in the factory premise. So this is actually possible only when you know what actually you're going to do in the workplace. So this is possible through proper training programs. So training, it increases the employee moral, that ethics, that activeness, dedicativeness, and honestiness towards the job. And as well as it reduces the absenteeism and employee turnover. So when the employees are not performing well, immediately the organization will go for searching so in search of another employee, so that all such things are really eradicated through this training program. Obtains effective response to fast changing environment. Actually, it gives a lot of benefit here, like training program. When they go for adapting to this training process very regularly, the employees, whatever the environment, business environment, where there is a change, where there is a change in the society, for example, like we can say a legal environment, social cultural environment, technological environment, when it is changing, all of a suddenly when it is changing, they really get ready to get adapted to that. They never go for having any sort of fear, or else they never go for having any sort of uh, any sort of problem for facing all these problems. Okay, so here, or for all these challenges and as well as changes here, they really face it, and they really see that they wanted to overcome the each and every challenges what they are going to face. If there is any change in technology, they are ready to face it. If there is any change in the legal environment, the rules and regulation, they are ready to face it. It is also possible with the help of this training process. And now let me start with benefits to the employees. So training and development, it actually gives even benefits to the employees, not only to the organization, but it is going to develop their career. First thing, improve skills and knowledge due to training, okay, and it leads to the better career. So here, it not only improves the skills and knowledge, but also training, it leads to the better career. So in sense, like the guys, they don't come only to work here. They wanted to achieve something bigger than the job. So here, the guys, those who come with lot of dreams within the organization, training program, it helps them to know their route with the career, and as well as in which way they can travel, in which way they can go for achieving their destination. All these things are clearly, it has been designed, drafted, and it has been rooted in the minds of the employees. So it gives them good knowledge, skills, it improves the skills and knowledge, and as well as it leads to the better career. And they go for increasing the performance of the workers. Gradually it increases as and when they learn many things through the training program. They really increase their performance, and this will lead to earn more profit. That is like they can go for earning more and more as they are learning more and more in the training programs. When they start doing the work without any errors, and when they are expertised in particular work over there, definitely it goes for making them to earn more and more. And the next one is here, it makes employees more efficient to handle missions. So here at once, when the workers are getting into the organization after going through various kinds of tests and interviews, but still they feel little bit nervous, and some sort of hesitation is there when you just make them to get operated, just make them to get involved within the missions over there. So this is eradicated. This kind of problem is eradicated by providing them good training process, that is how to operate with the missions, and how they can go for handling the missions, how they can go for protecting themselves, and as well as the missions. All these things actually, all these kind of training programs, it gives the employees more protection, and it gives them more knowledge, and as well as it makes the employees work to become more efficient to handle the missions. And it increases the satisfaction and morale of employees. They get really satisfied, and as they are working in the factory premises, they really feel good enough to come to the workplace and to work very effectively. So there won't be any sort of confusions and fear, and as well as some sort of laziness. All such things are completely eliminated within the employees, because when they know the work, they do it directly and actively. This gives complete satisfaction, and even it increases the moral of the employees, that dedicativeness, that initiativeness, what they're going to take, and honestiness. All these things are, it is connected with good training process. So far we have been seeing the benefits of training, which is towards organization and as well as the employees. Now let me have a discussion regarding development. Development is something where at once when you undergo the training process, definitely you have to expect the development. So development is possible only through proper training process. If you have not undergone, if you're not taken the proper training process, then you cannot expect the development within the organization. So it refers to the, actually development is nothing but it refers to the learning opportunities designed to help employees grow. So that is something where it's not only you're going to recruit the candidate to work something for time being, or else for temporary work thing, you're not going to make them to get arranged. This is something where you are going to design their future, you're going to create their career. For that purpose, how you can go for molding one human being, molding one employee to work within the organization, that is possible that is possible through training process. So this actually leads to development, and it helps individuals in the progress towards maturity. That is unnecessary problems, unnecessary conflicts, and as well as all other consequences can be avoided when a person is really when the person is really matured enough to take care of the entire work activities. And as well as training program, it actually gives lot of benefit to the concerned employees to see the progress in their work, and as well as it gives them a matured mind, like how they can go for working very effectively and efficiently within the organization. And it is concerned with improving deals with the design, delivery of learning to improve performance within organization. So the management, by providing training programs, it actually makes them to learn more and more new things. So as they are learning, their potentiality gets increased, their capability, that is like their work culture, it gets increased, their performance gets increased. So by making them to learn new things uh, very sophisticatedly through proper training programs, it makes them to learn new skills and knowledge, and it enhances the performance, and also overall it increases the performance of the business organization. So this is about training and development. As we have seen the meaning of training and development and the benefits towards the organization and the employees, let us start with training methods. So there are different types of training methods. There are so many training methods. So it can be categorized into two groups. One is on the job methods and one more is off the job methods. So let me go for discussing the concept of on the job methods first, and then I will get into the off the job methods. So what do you mean by on the job methods here? It refers to the methods that are applied to the workplace while the employee is actually working. That is, any training which is being given to the employee in the workplace, you call that as to be on the job methods. So it refers to the method which is applied to the workplace and employee is actually working. So here different kinds of job methods, on the job methods are there. Now let us see one by one. What is that? That is, one thing is apprenticeship program. So in apprenticeship programs, what do they do is that they actually, the person who gives the training, you call him as trainer. And the person who takes the training, the employee who takes the training process, you call him as trainee. So here they put the trainee under the guidance of a master worker. There will be a master worker who is well expertised in particular job, and under him they will put employees and he will go for guiding them in an appropriate way. This is actually meant for skilled jobs, for example like plumbers, electricians and iron workers. The complete job, the complete skilled job, it is completely related to the skilled jobs where plumbers, electricians or iron workers, those who are involved more with manual work. Okay, so these kind of work, to learn these kind of work, a master worker will be there. Under him they will go for just making the trainee to get involved, and through the guidance of this master worker they will go for doing this job. And here we can say that proper training is given to these kind of skilled jobs here, and proper time is given. A uniform period of training is being given to each and every employee, those who are taking the training process. So according to that time, they have to go for spending the training program. And if there are any slow learners, here, they need to give more time. The trainer has to give more time for him to learn it little bit gradually. And this is also one of the good method which comes under the on the job method. And the next one is nothing but here coaching. So coaching is something where the superior will be there. One superior person will be there. He goes for guiding and instructing the trainee as a coach. So coach is someone who really takes care of the trainee, of the employee, those who are getting training under him. He goes for instructing them. He goes for guiding them. He takes care of them in a very, very cautious manner and see that they really go for learning in a right way. He goes for suggesting if there is any changes to be made, he goes for suggesting that, and as well as if any behavior, any attitude has to be changed, even that is being suggested by the good coach. And actually, it goes for increasing the performance of a trainee. So, trainee, he works directly with a senior manager, and he's really groomed to replace the senior manager and relieve him from some of his duties. It's nothing but trainee will be always with the senior manager, and senior manager will be always teaching, guiding him, instructing him as a coach. Okay. And here the trainee, the employee who's taking the training program here, he takes an opportunity to learn so many things from the senior manager, so that the senior manager can get relieved from some of his duties. Some of his duties can be performed by the employee who's under him taking the training process. So this is about coaching. And the next thing is nothing but here, internship training. It is a joint program of training in which educational institution is also there and business firms also operate. So here we can say that some of the training program is being given by merging the educational institutions along with the business firms, that is like business organization, and both of them, they go for cooperating together. So here we can say that some of the selected candidates, so those who are carrying on with their regular studies, what do is that they are given certain chances to work in some factory or else even in the office to acquire the practical knowledge and as well as skill. So in some of the educational institutions, when they are learning certain activities, when they are learning certain job culture over there, what do is that they are given certain permission to work in the business organization to earn the practical knowledge and skill which is completely related to their studies. So many education courses are there, educational courses are there, which is completely related to the professional oriented courses are available. At that point of time, for providing proper training to those candidates, what do is that they really see that they will go for sending them to the factory and office premises, and by working in that office and factory premises, they really get benefited out of that by knowing all the knowledge very practically. And the next one is your job rotation. Job rotation is also one of the method which comes under the on-the-job training method. It is nothing but involving shifting the training. It involves the method of shifting the training from one department to another, or else from one job to another. So they really see that like the trainee is getting one of the advantage here. Like you just see that you are transferring that particular candidate or else those particular employees, those who are under training process, they have to be shifted from one department to another, one job to another, and through this process, actually these guys, they learn each and every method of working under different divisions and different departments, and they really get a broader understanding of the work culture of the entire business organization. So here these guys actually, they not only learn one particular work of the department, but as they are shifted from one place to another, one within the organization, from one department to another department and from one job to another, definitely it gives them tremendous knowledge and they get a very broader sense to understand the work practically, with the overall business organizational concepts. So this is also one of the on the job method training process. So here all these things are coming under on the job training method. Now let us start with off the job training method. Off the job training method is nothing but where the methods are used which is away from the workplace, where the training is being given which is completely away from the workplace. On the job is something where lively in the working place. Off the job methods is nothing but away from the workplace. So now one by one, let us go for knowing about it. Classroom lectures and conferences. This is one of the very, very good way actually. So lecturing or giving conference, and it actually makes each and every candidate to learn more about it, and it takes one of the good opportunity here. The candidates, the trainees, they really take one of the good opportunities. It is a very suitable method when the number of trainees are quite large. It is a completely good method, and it is very, very suitable method when the numbers of trainees are quite large, and as well as lecturing, it becomes very much helpful when they go for explaining the concepts and principles very clearly with face-to-face interaction. When they start explaining each and every principles, terms, and regulation of the job, and here when they go for making it into face-to-face conversation or interaction, it becomes very simple, and it is very effective also. So with the help of audio and visual demonstration, they really make all these classroom lectures and conferences little more effective. So this is one of the off the job methods which comes in the training process. And the next one is here, films. It is one of the most effective way to demonstrate the skills of work. When the candidates, when they are not able to get the concept so easily with any other form or with any other mode of training, through the films, when they are really demonstrating the skills of work here, they really get benefited. The trainees, they really get benefited by watching out those films, and they really make all the work more effective. They really make the performance of their work little more effective through these films training method. And next comes your case study. Case study is nothing but it deals with any problem which is being confronted by a business, which can be solved by an employee. So case study is something where there will be so many problems within the business organization, and that problem will be actually real problems which is being faced by the managers. Okay, those problems will be given, it will be drafted and it will be given to each and every employee, those who are in training process, and you just ask them to give valuable suggestions and to sort out the problem. So each and every employee is being given with mental exercise, and they really use their knowledge how they can go for sorting out these kind of problems. So the trainee is given an opportunity to analyze the case, and to come out with all possible solutions. So this is one of the wonderful method which comes under the off the job training. Next one is nothing but computer modeling. So computer modeling is where it actually stimulates the work environment by programming a computer. So here, whatever you're going to learn lively or directly, so here what you do is that with the help of a system, with the help of the computer, you see that proper training program, that work environment program is being done, and you see that the employees are learning through this computer. The employees are learning through this system here, and as they are learning here it takes like, it doesn't take that much of time, and it is very easy also to grasp the practical knowledge, and as well as it reduces the cost also. This is one of the cheaper source in training methods. They no need to invest that much of money for all the training methods. So risk is also a little bit less, and as well as in reality, when they go for making some training process by involving with huge missionaries and all other things, in to replace that, they have been launched this computer modeling training method, so that the employees, those who are working under this process, they really get benefited. So it stimulates the work environment, and it really programs the entire method of learning in the system itself, and the employees, they go for learning through this computer modeling. And the next one to be discussed here, vestibule training. Vestibule training, it is very simple. When the employees are learning their jobs on the equipment they will be using. So here, some of the equipments are there where the employees are really connected to learn and as well as to operate only with those equipments. So before making them to work with those equipments directly, equipments, just create the equipments which are really duplicate, and see that they really create one duplicate workflow with those kind of equipment, and then you see that they go for working in a right way. After they are used to that duplicate equipment, then they are then the management makes the employees to work directly with the original equipment, and this actually gives lot of benefits to the management. Instead of making the trainees to come directly and to work within the organization with original machinery, if they go for making any errors, that definitely that will spoil the machines, spoil the equipment. So to avoid all such things, they give the duplicate machine equipment first, and then they make them to learn through that, and finally they give the original equipment to work. So they create a duplicate workflow, and then they make them to take that vestibule training. Next one is programmed instruction. Programmed instruction is nothing but where specific skills, specific skills, it has been pre-arranged. It has been pre-arranged, and as well as some of the information which has been completely related to the concept of training, it is being broken into meaningful units. And these units are arranged in a proper way to form a logical and sequential learning package. So it is nothing but, let me put it up into a very simple thing, where the concepts of training, it is being broken into meaningful units. That is, instead of making the trainees to learn the complex things, all these complex things, all the complex concepts of training, it is being simplified into small units, into meaningful units. So here what they will do is that they go for making questionnaires or else fill up the blanks, something like that. They just divide those complex units into meaningful smaller units, and they really arrange it in a proper way, in a very logical and sequential learning package. As they are answering for this question, and as well as when they are filling up these blanks and all, no, they learn the concept which comes in the training program. So complex uh, concepts and as well as difficult concepts which is there in the training process, it is simplified in the form of small questions and fill up the blanks, and it is being learned by each and every candidate, those who are under the training process. So this much is about off the job training method. Hope so you guys have understood the concept, and this is the last concept which we have seen in the staffing chapter. We'll get connected with some other chapter in the next class.